Godzilla vs. Kong released yesterday in theaters on HBO MAX where I saw it, and I thought it was pretty great. It was directed by Adam Wingard, whom also directed Blair Witch and Death Note, both of which I didn't think were very good at all, but had the potential to be a lot better. The clearest plus of the movie is the action. Director Adam Wingard clearly took some inspiration from Gareth Edwards in how he handled these battles, while also finding new ways to keep the fights fresh in his own unique style. That scene with the boats in the trailer is surprisingly really intense, and seeing an action set piece that isn't on solid ground is really refreshing. Speaking of things being intense, another great element is how unpredictable the movie is. Unlike other fight movies like Batman v Superman and Civil War, it's a lot harder to predict the outcome of the fights, which is likely helped by Warner's sort of laid-back approach to releasing these movies. The camera work during the fights and the homages to the original Godzilla film show a level of care that has really been lacking with all the previous movies, and I really respect that. The visual effects are also pretty great, though that's to be expected from these movies, and this surprised me. The music is actually really good. Finally, focusing on only two titans really helped form a cleaner narrative and allow for an actual story and characters? The characters in this movie aren't phenomenal, obviously, but at least I remember the name of the little girl, Gia, and the motivations and personalities of the other characters are consistent, for the most part. Yeah, now it's time for... I hate these two. If you took these two out of the movie, I swear this movie would improve drastically. When juxtaposed with entertaining and consistent characters, Millie Bobby Brown stands out like a red, swollen thumb. Just, ugh. Completely unnecessary inclusion. Give me more of that podcast guy. In fact, the side story with Millie Bobby Brown and the podcast guy felt very Stranger Things 3 to me. And that's not a positive, by the way. Tweak that, and you have an 8 out of 10 right there. Boom. There are also some plain bad characters mixed throughout, mainly the villains, but there are bound to be some rotten eggs in your smelly, scaly, irradiated 12-pack. Aside from that, there are some plot elements that go completely unexplained, and some elements that are over-explained by the characters, and some of that perfect dialogue. Yeah, the writing isn't great, what do you expect? Yeah, that's all I can really think of for flaws, so... Godzilla vs. Kong is a surprisingly well-handled and entertaining movie that I could see myself rewatching frequently. It does struggle when it comes to characters and writing, but the inspired directing from Adam Wingard as well as the incredible effects keep things from sinking to lower levels, and that is very refreshing, once again. With all things considered, I think a solid 7 out of 10 fits this movie pretty well. Here's my current ranking of the previous monster movies, and here's the original. Solid work, Adam. You impressed me. Good job.